inaugural edition of BW Festival of Marketing. We have Mr. Himanshu Khanna with us. So, Mr. Himanshu, what I would like to know from you is that in the pace of a global slowdown in marketing, India is still booming. So, how do you see the marketing spends? What is your outlook on it? That do you see marketing be strained in the future, or do you say that the ad spends will increase in this year?
I think one must realize that as far as India is concerned, it's about our own population, which earlier on used to be a problem, but is now a consumer's delight, marketer's delight, because we have so many consumers. And I think going forward also, I think India will continue to boom. There is a lot of demand that is already there, a lot of products, a lot of innovation that's happening. And if companies have to make their products reach the consumers and the consumers to desire for those products, marketing is always going to be center. And from that perspective, spends will be there. I just think because what's happening globally, people are slightly cautious. I don't think the confidence levels have gone down, but it's a little bit of a wait and watch. So the exuberance of what you're saying is people just spending left, right and center is no longer there. I think it's a cautious and a more sensible approach, and I think that's the way it should be also.
So my next question to you on that point will be that we have seen that digital media has taken a pace nowadays. But we have also seen a rise in television, in print, in OH in the past 1 year. How do you see the coming year? Do you see that, especially television, will it see a share down in its venue, or do you see there will be a rise?
That's a question many people ask, and a lot of discussion happens. But if you really go down to the basics, it's about wanting to reach the consumer and communicating with them. Every organization will have their own objectives, the kind of consumers they want to reach, the depth to what they want to do, and I think the mediums will be chosen basically basis that. So it's not about digital versus TV, it's just about the fact what is the best way to reach your consumer in the most efficient manner. If I want to reach a sliver which is very, very high luxury, I will want to be very focused about it and choose the mediums accordingly. I want to really create a bang and I'm really trying to just drive awareness and reach, I will go for TV because that's the most, that's the best medium to be with. So I think it's not just about a choice of, this medium will go up or that medium will go up. It's about organizations and marketeers deciding what is their objective, who are they wanting to target, and from there let the mediums or the channels kind of fit the bill. It's not the other way around.
Okay, so on that note, what do you think is the role of CMOs or marketers in today's redundant age of AI?
See, I think marketeers generally are the bridge between the product manufacturers and the consumer, right? It's almost like the brain and the body, it's the neck. Because all the information has to go back and forth, right? At the end of the day, what the consumer wants is something that we need to figure out, feedback to the entire organization, get the products done based on that, and then go and give it to the consumer. Again, at the same time, it's very important that you are able to really understand the consumer, their behavior, and also what's happening is trends are changing much faster. If something took 5 years to change, now it's probably changing in 5 months. So just to be on top of that. And I think at the end of the day, it's been said enough number of times that it's no longer the chief marketing officer, it's the chief growth officer. At the end of the day, everyone is not just going to be about making beautiful ads. It's going to be about ads that make the needle move, make the sales happen. And I think that's very, very important.
Right. So as you mentioned that, my next question to you would be on sustainability. So basically, India marketing is driven on purpose and sustainability, but also we have seen from sustainability to woke washing. So what role do you think marketers have in terms of sustainability today? What role can they play to, help this entire?
I think the one thing that one must understand is there's a big difference between attitude and behavior, right? Your attitude changes much faster, behavior takes a long time. And I think the role of marketeers is, if you really believe, the organization believes, and that's the right thing to do, to just keep building awareness about it and talking about the attributes and the benefits. Because that's all that you can do. You cannot go and tell a consumer that, listen, I want you to have something organic for that matter, right? They need to first understand the benefits of it. They need to be educated about it, and then slowly it moves. And once it starts moving, it's slow like a juggernaut, but once it starts moving, it's very difficult to stop it. And that's what becomes the trend. But yeah, I mean, the marketer's job is to just make people aware of the benefits, just make them aware of what's right and wrong about it.
Lovely. So my last question to you would be that what would be your advice to the future marketeers who look up to you and dream of being a marketer one day? Piece of advice you would like to share?
Get your hands dirty. I think sometimes when we were growing up, I started working with Nestle, and I'm telling you, the experience we had by walking the streets. I started as a distributor salesman, right? Sitting in the truck, working, understanding the dynamic that happened between the consumers, the shops. I think that basic grind is very, very important. I think sometimes I've seen that the grind doesn't happen, and you grow in your career, and when it comes to a position where you really need to roll up the sleeves and get dirty with it, you don't know where to start. It's not their fault, right? It's not a young marketer's fault. And I think sometimes people tend to say, let me take the cushy versus the hard. I would just say right at the beginning of the career, make sure you go through the grind. Make sure you get your hands dirty. Make sure you walk the market, walk the streets, meet as many consumers. It's hard work, but trust me, it's going to be worth its weight in gold when you grow up and you're at a CMO position.
Lovely. Thank you so much. It was such a pleasure speaking to you.
My
Thank you,
pleasure.
Mr. Khanna.
Thank you.